If you're into Dragon Ball Super, you should be listening to Dragon Ball Super Dope. Make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
Grindr,
everywhere!
Tinder. Breathe, Kyle.
Let's fly high. Welcome into Dragon Ball Super Dope, episode 122. My name is Kyle. In the house with me today, we have got Brandon. Hey, man, what's up?
Hi.
Yo, how was your Christmas? How was your New Year's?
Sad.
Why?
Because I didn't have any Super Dope last week.
Yeah, dude, it was a long fucking week without a new episode. But knowing that you have been championing a Vegeta win for the Tournament of Power since the beginning.
Yes.
And knowing he was going to step to the strongest this week due to spoilers.
Yes.
I had to make sure you were on this week. So I'm glad that I was here to see your reaction to the episode. It was a fun one. Vapin Mike Norm.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, shit. He's King Kai off the bat. Mike is battling a cold, but I made him do it anyway this week for the podcast. So
It's all right, Kyle. I'll be fine.
Yo, you sound ridiculous. Don't do that. Don't.
Granny, don't.
Oh, man. I'm fucking fired up this week.
So I got 2 words for this episode.
What you got, Brandon?
I would like to retitle this episode Cock Block. Instead of woohoo, it was
Cock block. So, cock block meaning what? Like, you thought Vegeta was going to actually beat Jiren?
No,
you're not that dumb, right?
I thought it was cock block. I mean, I know that there's 9 minutes left at the beginning of this episode, so I knew there was going to be some time a wasting. And nothing.
And there definitely was.
Some spectacular happenings.
Can we just talk about time wasted real quick,
There
though?
was some serious time wasted.
Holy sweet balls. All right, we got a reaction shot from everybody. I don't mind that, right? But there was a certain part where, Vegeta makes his run on Jiren. Jiren steps to him and shoots him in the stomach with that blast.
Yeah.
Vegeta is then launched across the arena. I was watching that shit for a second time this morning, okay? Doing the screenshot grabs and all that bullshit. And it took I remember it taking long last night when me and Mike watched it.
Yeah.
And I was watching it again this morning, and I'm like, I wonder how long it really is. And I checked it out and timed it, and it was like 51 seconds of Vegeta just flying across the fucking arena.
Not even that scene. Like, at least that scene merited some action. But there was, Mike was saying, there was, okay, here's a shot. And then, here's the same shot from a different angle. Then it zooms out. Then Xeno-sama's got to say something.
Does. Like, we can't even be that upset.
Then
we know
the other
how this shit
Xeno-sama's
works
got
at
to
this
say
point.
something. Then they got to say it in unison. Then you got to, like...
You guys are really hating on Xeno-sama's
No, it's not
week.
that we're hating on Xeno-sama. It's just like, okay, we've sat through so many episodes.
Get to it.
Quote, unquote, 48 minutes. Like, now is the time for, like, some big action. And
we got some today. I mean, granted.
Yeah, we got
in
some.
total time elapsed, it was 30 seconds of the tournament.
Keyword,
Probably
cock block.
for like 2 minutes quality.
So that's how we got to cock block.
We got just
Okay.
enough action that, man, we are fired up, ready to go. Then you see the fucking Dragon Ball with the little jazz in the background. It's like, what? Half the episode's over already?
We were at the halfway mark so quickly this week.
Yeah.
So the main event was Vegeta and Jiren this week. Duh. Yeah. But the most interesting part of the episode, there was 2 parts that were interesting to me that weren't Vegeta specific.
Yes.
And the first part is when Goku and Jiren step to each other at the beginning. Again, all those long reaction shots of people just being like, oh no, the final curtain has risen on the battle between Universe 7 and 11. So, like, they really drew all of that out. But at a certain point, they flash up. Once they kick through that piece of it,
Yeah.
they go and have Goku and Jiren fight at each other, right? Fight at each other. That was a fucking... Oh, man, I'm not on today.
I'm fighting at you.
I'm fighting the fuck out of you. The fuck of you. One of the most interesting parts of the episode happens before the Vegeta and Jiren fight even starts.
Is it when you see Goku's little fabric on the rock?
Well, yeah,
rest of
those
his
shots
shirt,
were
yeah.
fucking super dramatic and
What is this?
mostly
what is
unnecessary.
Akira Toriyama trying to be Terrence Malick or something?
He's getting real artsy with
He's
it,
getting
man.
artsy.
Yeah, you just see like half of Frieza's tail in a shot. You're like, what the? I guess that's Frieza's tail. It's just this long gray thing across the screen. No, like it was a really weird opening shots this week. The animation this week was fucking beautiful, but they did a lot of weird artsy shots like that.
I don't know. I was seriously thinking that there was some slippage in the animation this week.
Quality?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, for example, I don't know how in like 20 minutes Dipso got even thinner. Like, what is he on, like trim spa or something? Like, he looked thinner. Then at one point he was missing a tooth.
Yeah, no, the goofy
like-
Dispo definitely makes it difficult to take him seriously as a
weird.
character.
The cool fight scenes where he was taking it to Frieza was cool. Things were a little bit off, I thought. You know.
Most interesting part of the episodes for me, before Jiren and Vegeta gets it going, Goku and Jiren first, they say it, it's round 2 starting. So they start fighting and they have what is seemingly the longest dialogue exchange that Jiren has had in the series to this point.
Yeah.
Where he says, why do you seek to become stronger? He says it to Goku. What's your deal, basically? Like, what drives you? He's like, Goku responds in typical Goku fashion.
I want to be stronger.
I want to be stronger. I just want to get stronger.
Doesn't even know.
And Jiren says, I see. You don't know. Weird. That was weird. Goku's like, yeah, you want to get stronger too. And then Jiren follows that up with, I seek that which lies beyond strength. So
Maybe he just wants to go to college.
he just wants to better himself.
He's like Rocky. He wants to better himself.
So Jiren says, I see you don't know. Now, on the surface, you could take that as you don't know why you want to become stronger. You've got no real reason for it. You don't know. You don't have an answer to the question that I just asked you. Or the way I took it, because again, conspiracy level thinking sometimes, you know what I'm saying? All this shit's a conspiracy theory to me. They're trying to lace in things that we're going to look back on next year when we're doing a rewatch of the Tournament of Power. And we're going to be like, oh shit, we should have seen that as foreshadowing. Maybe this is one of these things.
Kind of like what we did. Well, what we didn't even think about with Whis last year.
What's that?
When Whis was like training Goku and Vegeta and that whole lead up to Ultra Instinct. Like, you guys think too much or something.
I was thinking a little bit about that yesterday. Because Whis now is, he says it in the episode today. I think Vegeta's trying to attain Ultra Instinct, basically.
Oh, no. He's not trying. He will.
Yeah.
He will.
I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll talk about Vegeta and what he's going to accomplish. But Whis now openly refers to Ultra Instinct all the time. Whis has been around as a character now for a couple of years.
Yeah.
This shit wasn't ever mentioned before. Like, you knew so much about it, but now you're mentioning it to us because we've seen somebody unlock it. I mean, he talks about the principle of it, the whole being able to think and react without being able to react and move
he
without
didn't
thinking.
think about it before or didn't discuss it because it didn't seem possible that someone could reach Ultra Instinct or more so a level only attainable by Lord Beerus.
Well, that was the other part that was super interesting. I mean, they're talking about Vegeta, but it's separate from the fight. Is Whis talking about all of this Ultra Instinct stuff, and perhaps it's possible you have that great reaction shot from everybody on the bench who just turns around and they're like, "Yo, what?
You want to see my what?
You what?
Your grill."
But there was one cool callback, and I thought that maybe it was going to lead to something. Maybe it's leading to something. I don't know. You see Beerus react to what Whis says there about him trying to attain Ultra Instinct. And the shot is really up close of just one of Beerus's eyes.
It's creepy.
In episodes 109 and 110, when Goku finally achieves Ultra Instinct, he gets blasted away by the Spirit Bomb. Everyone thinks he's dead for a minute.
Oh, yes.
And the camera focuses in, same shot on Beerus's eye. And then it opens and he goes, he's coming. And then Ultra Instinct Goku happens. So they kind of, you want to talk about a fucking cock block? That's a cock tease. Mm-hmm. They gave me that shot and I'm like, ooh, he's coming. Nope, he's not coming. Because then Beerus says nothing.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Those were two really interesting parts of the episode today. But obviously the main event's Vegeta. How do you feel about the Prince of all Saiyajins finally getting some fucking shine, Brandon?
In the words of Kevin Malone, that was really cool.
Shit.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Like, seeing Vegeta get some action time would be the equivalent to boobs.
Boobs.
Like, I mean, again, harkening back to GT, you know.
The dark horse, blah, blah, blah.
Yes!
We get it, Brandon.
Squishes the soda can, amazing.
You've never watched GT, but man, do you love that fucking scene.
Yeah, it's amazing.
One of these days, man. I got the second
It's on
half.
Hulu, apparently.
Oh, GT is?
GT's on Hulu. I was watching a little bit of season 2 of Dragon Ball the other night.
All right, so Hulu's had Dragon Ball for a while, but
Yeah.
they've only got like the first, 20-ish episodes dubbed. And I don't give a shit about that, obviously.
I was
'cause-
watching the subtitle, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the year I moved in with Crystal.
Yeah.
I got a Hulu account because I didn't have a fucking cable box in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I watched that whole series in like a month. It was like 154 episodes, I think. But that was like the first time I really watched through the whole thing. I'd read all the comics when they were coming out when I was a kid, but I'd never watched all the anime because I already knew what the fuck happened, and subs weren't readily available, and I wasn't going to go out and spend, the money I didn't have on Dragon Ball DVD box sets.
Yeah.
I've done
That
so
was
now,
expensive.
but back then I didn't have those types of means. But yeah, man, that shit on Hulu was cool. I heard they're going to be doing, I don't know how much. I don't know if it's going to be a full series or specific seasons, but from what I understand, they're going to have full episodes of Dragon Ball Z, and maybe GT on YouTube now. And like,
Really?
Don't get me wrong. I don't mean like, some little kid in his fucking mom's basement in India.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always bust on the Indians. I feel like a dick, but it's because I have to be subjected to your bullshit in these fucking Facebook groups a little too frequently, and it hurts. And it fucking hurts. But, those types of kids who might think to try to upload full episodes of Dragon Ball to YouTube, it's not going to be one of those scenarios because obviously that's existed for a
No,
long
it's
time.
going to be done by Toy.
I guess, yeah.
Probably
That's
have to
cool.
buy it too, buy the episode.
I don't know, man.
Oh, it'll probably be, by an episode.
I mean, they got the movies that you can, rent on YouTube now, which is cool. We watched Black Belt Jones like a month ago. Did you watch that, Mike?
Yes.
Dude,
Hell
me,
yes.
Martinelli, and Mike, and I think, was that the three of us? I feel like somebody else was here. Whatever. We watched Black Belt Jones on YouTube because I couldn't fucking find a DVD of it anywhere. You ever watch Black Belt Jones?
I have not.
You ever watch Black Dynamite?
No.
You've never watched Black Dynamite? Oh,
No.
man.
New podcast. We're gonna do that kind of shit on the off weeks.
Just watch Black Dynamite?
Yeah, sure.
Dragon Ball Super Dope watches Black Dynamite?
Oh, my good. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. I feel like you
Wow.
dig Black Dynamite.
Dragon.
Parody blaxploitation movie made in like 2007. Dude's super cool when he does kung fu. Wears a $5,000 suit and drives a $5,000 car and wears a $100 suit. And he, is a kung fu master and kind of a pimp, and
It's kind of hot.
it's one of my favorite movies ever. Top 5.
All right.
Easy. But
Oh.
Black Belt Jones was like an original blaxploitation movie back in 1979, maybe. I don't know. Maybe earlier. That Black Dynamite was, kind of crafted around. It's like a mix of like Shaft and then Black Belt Jones and Dolomite and like all those great blaxploitation characters from back in the 70s kind of rolled into one, and it's, on purpose bad. They'll have like shots where Black Dynamite's trying to say a line and he'll like fuck something up, and you'll see like an overhead boom mic,
Boom
like,
mic, yeah.
floating into the shot and shit like that. Or like they'll put in an extra, like a body double at a certain point. It's super obvious.
The
shit like
gunshots
that.
are way too extreme.
Yeah, like they'll empty a clip with like a handgun with like 35 bullets in a clip, shit like that.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot how we got on the topic of Black Dynamite.
Getting stuff on YouTube's.
You can do that currently with stuff like old movies like that are tough to find. You can pay a couple bucks and rent it for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case with the Dragon Ball stuff.
They'll just be on for free.
It's got to be on there for free.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be good.
Be good for us.
Yeah, but I mean, I like watching YouTube for like ASMR. I don't want to watch Dragon Ball.
I don't know what ASMR is.
It makes tingles in your head. It's tingly.
Porn.
Try it out. It's like porn for your like senses.
It's porn for your senses.
Yeah.
I see.
That's weird.
So porn.
Yeah.
So like real porn. So
Sometimes.
I don't follow what you're talking about. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So back
So
to the episode.
Vegeta's gonna come out on
Yeah,
top.
back to the episode today, because we just fucking went off for a bit there. Vegeta really has his shining kind of moment and beats the crap out of Jiren seemingly for about 15 seconds.
There
in real
was
time.
at least like 1 minute of shocked looking faces a couple times.
Yeah, we had
Another
of
stretch
that.
of time wasting.
The other part of today's episode I thought was not interesting. I think it's fucking bullshit. It's not interesting at all. It's bullshit. Is Frieza
Getting his ass beat.
getting his fucking face smashed and dragged through a goddamn mountain
He ain't
That
even
was-
trying yet.
by
Come on.
Dispo.
He's
Get
not
the
gold.
fuck out of here.
He's not gold yet. He's not even trying.
That was satisfying.
And that's motherfucker Brandon. You stop talking shit about Frieza, okay? Dispo's a fucking annoying character.
I prefer him over Frieza.
Topo's annoying, but you
Topo's
know what?
annoying.
At least Topo is tolerable. Dispo's just straight up annoying. The
why I like
motherfucker
him.
looks more like a Looney Tune every goddamn time you seen him. You said that just a few minutes ago.
No, I just said he lost weight.
Yeah, whatever. Looks real fucking thin like a Looney Tune character and shit.
Maybe he's the Slender Man.
Nope. I watched a video of the Slender Man the other day, like him climbing up the side of a building or some
That's
shit.
creepy.
I know.
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, you better get out.
I gotta go get to Tony's Smoke Shop.
God
It's out
damn
here.
it. Do they like pay you? Do they pay you to say that shit? Do you go in there and say, yeah, you know, I'm just coming from recording a
I've only
podcast
been
at my
in there
buddy's house?
once. It was creepy.
And why was it creepy? They try to like sell you some organs out of the back
Because
room or
I
something?
felt like only like half the store was being used. It was weird.
Why? Like they don't have a lot of inventory?
Yeah, they only like use up half their store. It's kind of weird.
You should fucking go in there and be like, hey, man,
More cigars, please.
we got to fill up the rest of this space.
Yeah.
Let's start an aerobics studio here. Imagine
I don't
you
think that would
teaching
be a
an
good-
aerobics class.
I don't think that would be a good combo. An aerobics place
An
next to
aero-
a smoke shop.
Yo, man, they like fucking
Breathe in. Breathe out.
I wasn't thinking so much as like how to partner up the businesses like
You might as well
efficiently.
put like a donut shop or something. Put like a Dunkin' in there.
What the fuck is a done key?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, don't call it something stupid like that nobody's gonna get, man.
I like Dunkies.
Dog hand donuts.
Dunkin'.
Dog Cuban.
Oh, you could just call it Dunkin'. You could call it D&D.
Wait, you don't run to Dunkies?
No, I go to Dunkin' Donuts or I go to Dunk.
Well, that place just isn't
Double
as cool.
D's.
Double D. Some people call it that. That just makes
Whoa.
me think of boobies, though. That's not good.
Those are good.
Boobs.
That was awesome.
Frieza getting his ass whooped by Dispo this week was horseshit.
That was awesome too.
That wasn't awesome too, Kevin Malone. You cut the shit out. But again, like you said, Mike, he wasn't taking it very seriously.
Right.
You see Dispo doing like a Zanzu Ken kind of technique.
I think he was taking it seriously. He just
I don't think he was at all.
He got-
Dispo's doing the Zanzo Ken and Frieza's talking shit. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's your move, huh? Yeah,
It-
I haven't seen that a billion fucking
It
times.
wasn't that he was not taking it seriously. He was just caught off guard.
Yeah, exactly. He
He was
was caught off guard because he wasn't taking it seriously.
Fine.
That's why.
You're
He
both.
caught him up with his tail, and he's like, ah, see? What's up? And then, reverse and mountain face.
It's the newest
Mountain Beach
attraction at
face.
Disney World. Face Mountain.
You just get you get dragged by the face through a mountain.
Face me mountain. Mountain me face.
I thought that was bullshit. But again, he's not taking it seriously. He's not golden.
Well,
he gets caught off guard. It's the equivalent of a fucking sucker punch.
But in the
dude.
bigger scheme of things, too, it had to happen because this had to be the episode where Universe 11 is quote unquote on top. You see Toppo taking on Gohan in 18. You see Frieza caught off guard. You see Vegeta throw everything into that final flash, and
that final flash,
was hot.
dude. I mean, I said it while we were watching it. That's basically the same exact sequence of events as to when Super Vegeta fights Perfect Cell. Like the gut punch, the kick, the crazy Final Flash, all of it is almost shot for shot in some cases that fight versus Imperfect Cell.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see it, as Jiren, but it's over now, That's going to be his biggest moment where
No.
you don't think so?
He's going Ultra next week.
I don't think he's going Ultra.
I think he's going to have a hand in victory.
I think he's going to achieve something that's not Ultra Instinct. I'm sure they're going to be like, it has touches of Ultra Instinct or some such thing.
kind of like soft blue trunks.
Yeah, sort of like that. So I think that's
all.
what it might be, is like a perfected Super Saiyan Blue.
No.
Reddit calls it Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan who has surpassed Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Or SSG, SSWH, SSSG, SSS from short.
That's the best one. That's the best one. We should really call it that.
Or Super Saiyan Blue or Blue.
Yeah.
Bluer than blue.
It
More
would
blue.
be like...
More human than human.
So it would be sort of like when they don't quite hit Super Saiyan 2 yet, but they have like the ascended Super Saiyan kind of thing. Although that thing does have its flaws. The Super Vegeta thing is super bulky, can't move around very quickly. This one could be an improved version of Super Saiyan Blue, much like that was an improved version, quote unquote, of Super Saiyan. Until they wrote it away with a fucking plot point of, oh, that's why you're not winning, even though you're much more powerful. You're too bulky and not sleek. And how do we fix that? Super Saiyan 2. This will be more like a Super Saiyan 2 or a Super Saiyan perfected, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It'll be the blue version of that. You're not a fan, Brandon?
He's going Ultra next week.
I know.
You should have just seen. I wish we had a fucking video of the look that was just on your face. Because like the lip protruded out and you just kind of shook it. He's going Ultra.
I don't care what the fuck you say. Not listening.
I think Toriyama's going to finally give in to the true fans.
I don't think so, man. And I think Vegeta kind of primes the audience for it, too. He's like, I'm going to beat you in my own way. Kakarot can have his Ultra Instinct, whatever. I'm going to beat you in my own way, Jiren.
Either way, he's going to win.
I really hope he does. It would be cool, but I don't...
So fucking cool. I think my consolation at this point, I'm resolved that he's at least going to have a hand in victory.
You think he's going to be like... I mean, right now, him and Goku at Jiren, that is building, the hand in victory kind of piece. What the fuck?
At least when, he fought Boo.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Brandon? That was a fucking accident, I swear.
Not cool.
Dude, you are really on the Kevin Malone. You've been watching The Office this week, right?
Yeah, I'm back on season 5 at this stage.
Yeah, well, you don't have much left to watch unless you're going to watch the fucking dark seasons where Michael Scott leaves.
I already did season 7 before I started season 1. So.
Just get it out of the way.
Just get
Get used to The Office.
I'll probably stop after 6.
Yeah, I do too. I usually stop in the season where Pam and Jim get married.
I think that's going to be the end of this season.
Yeah, Niagara. It's a 2-part episode. Andy splits his butthole or whatever. Or his ball sack, I forget. His scrote.
Anyway, I mean, Vegeta at least had a hand in keeping Boo busy during the Boo saga.
I think this is essentially the same kind of deal.
I think he's gonna have a hand where he might win through assistance.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not going to be Goku straight up beats Jiren with a dragon fist.
I think it's gonna be
shit.
like, again, flashing back to Whis.
Yep.
Talking about
you guys
Goku
can do
and Vegeta
anything if you
working
fight together. Yeah.
This is it. This is the moment.
And Fuse.
I don't think we're going to see Fusion.
No, we're not gonna see
I know
Fuse.
you don't think that.
Especially now that they shrunk the bench. And that was one thing that a lot of people talked about over the off week was, why is everybody suddenly sitting together? As the screenshots of the episode leaked out over the week. And they just shrunk the benches. Now that they've shrunk the benches and everybody's sitting together, You think Kyle Shin from Universe 7 is going to be like, Goku! And then fucking throw some Patara earrings in? I don't know.
No.
I think a Kai from Universe 11 is going to be like, shut the fuck up, Kyle Shin. You're a dick. You ain't throwing no Patara earrings in there now.
You saw a D.
So, Brandon,
Yo.
you think Toppo is going to do some damage against Gohan in 17 or what? I'm trying not to talk about the spoilers that have already been talked about on this episode as to not spoil shit for you.
He does damage to Gohan to 17, doesn't he?
No, I don't know. I mean, some more shit leaked out this morning that I won't talk about because Brandon's here.
Go ahead.
So basically,
I knew you couldn't handle it. Get it out your system.
no, I won't do it.
Go.
No,
Do it.
you're curious.
Do it.
You want to know.
I will make special noises with my beer if you don't. Let's find out.
What do you mean? Don't fucking do that.
Let's hear some spoils.
So Gohan and 17 are obviously fighting Toppo.
Yeah.
At a certain point, Dispo has Frieza on the ropes.
Yep.
Gohan steps out on the fight with Toppo to go assist Frieza.
What?
Yeah, to make sure that he doesn't get eliminated. At which point,
17's gonna get it.
you'd have to think so, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
they didn't say what the end result is. They just
No. So this
Okay.
morning, what had come out is Gohan and Toppo, excuse me,
said Gohan and
Gohan and 17 are fighting Toppo,
yeah.
and 17 does something to like basically paralyze Toppo, not paralyze him, but
Yeah,
like
freeze
gets him
him
in like a fucking full Nelson or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And he's relying on Gohan to take the final shot
And Gohan steps
and
out.
double eliminate the two of them. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll go down if this dude goes
Oh,
down.
he pulls a Goku.
Exactly. He does that same kind of strategy of I'll take down
Yeah, yeah,
Raditz, you know, but I'll go down with him. Same kind of deal. 17's willing to sacrifice himself to take Toppo out.
Okay.
At that point, you know, you got Jiren and
But it's not revealed what happens.
it's not reveal what happens.
Oh, that's cool.
Episode 125, I believe. The title of it, there's no description, so we don't know what the fuck this means, but it's called Advent of the God of Destruction Toppo. Now, me and Mike, because we're fucking illiterate, looked up what Advent meant on the spoiler episode. We
I
did for
thought
the
it was a
off
little
week.
calendar with candy in it.
It is pretty much. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, and what did we just finish? 122?
122.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we got a few. The
God.
episode name came out. There's no description.
Advent of the God Toppo.
Advent meaning introduction
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially.
So, does Toppo become a god of... Now, this could mean two things. Either he's so powerful that he, quote-unquote, is as powerful as a god of destruction,
Yeah.
as like a comparison, or he actually becomes a god of destruction mid-tournament.
Part of me today, actually, now that you bring it up, was kind of thinking that, you know, man, it would have been crazy twist of events if Vegeta really took Jiren out today.
Right?
And the trump
And they were like,
card
okay,
was,
now just figure this out.
The trump card was Toppo.
Imagine if they did that. They just kind of pulled the rug out from under us. Vegeta fucking beats Jiren today.
And we
then they're
think, it's it.
Yeah,
and then fucking
Vegeta wins.
and then fucking
this is
Toppo,
the moment. And then Toppo becomes the god of destruction and just fucking
destroys.
kills everybody. At which point, Universe 11 would lose. Now, there's other theories that say I'm of the opinion that Universe 11 can't lose.
That they're gonna win.
Yep, Jiren is. They're not gonna beat Jiren. I can't see how it fucking happens. Ultra Instinct be damned. Even when Goku achieved Ultra Instinct and was fighting Jiren, Jiren still wasn't doing a full Jiren. He was just like, oh shit, this guy's kind of getting the hang of me. Oh man, it's getting tough. And then that was it. I don't see Universe 7 getting the win on this. I see it being 11. And a lot of people think I'm a fucking asshole and a contrarian and that I'm just saying that shit as a fucking hot take or whatever. I legitimately feel that way. It keeps with the whole theme of Super where Goku could never fucking beat the enemy at the end without help.
Well,
I mean, he couldn't defeat Broly, right?
Broly has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Super, man. Why'd you bring up Broly?
Because
And then he did beat Broly. So what the fuck are you talking about?
have we seen him actually lose before?
Goku?
Yeah.
He didn't beat Beerus. I mean, that's quote unquote a loss.
That's true.
Frieza actually blew
Beerus
up the fucking world. Goku didn't. Just talking about Dragon Ball Super.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Goku did not beat Beerus. Frieza blew up planet Earth before Whis did his fucking Before Whis did his fucking 2-minute rewind deal.
But then he defeated Frieza.
And then he defeated Frieza. My
I
point
still
is,
count that as a win. I don't count that as a loss.
you're right, but it could have easily been a loss if the gods weren't there to help him get through it.
Taru.
Zamasu arc. Zamasu, and as ugly as the writing is at the end of that, and how fucking much of a muddled mess that was. How much
of a mess that ended, yeah.
Oh my god, what a fucking headache the end of that.
Yeah.
That arc was so effing good.
I had to go back
until
to
the last few
to figure that
episodes.
out.
Even don't waste your money on that fucking student loan debt, man. It doesn't help you. It's not going to help you explain the fuckery of the end of that arc.
Too late.
So poorly written. But at the end of it, how did they get out of it? Zeno button. Zeno comes in and he's like, oh yeah, this is a race. Bump. Again, can't fucking win without the help of a god. Universe 6 arc. Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament.
This got way too psychological.
Hit wins. Right?
Yeah.
Universe 6 wins.
But then he gets beaten by Titty Man.
Monica. Yeah.
Monica.
So what ultimately happens?
He throws the fight.
Throws the fight.
Throws the fight.
And then he gets his ass whooped by Jiren. Goku lost every fight.
If you want to keep with that whole theme of it, right?
Yeah.
Hit comes in the Universe 6 tournament. He saves him. Zeno comes in just before the Trunks arc. He saves him. Whis saves him in Fakatsu no F. Beerus basically saves him at the end by being like, yo, you're a pretty good fighter. I'm not going to kill you, and I'm not going to destroy the Earth because the food is so effing good. The beginning of this arc, who comes in? Jiren. And now that Jiren's in, he's going to be the one to fucking defeat Goku and then ultimately save Goku by using the Super Dragon Balls to wish back for all the previously erased universes.
He has no weaknesses, and he's just as fuck.
Yeah.
Or do you think they'll at least fight it long enough to run it down that it's a tie?
Well, if it doesn't come down to what I just described and Jiren actually wins a tournament, there's one other way that Universe 7 could win.
Through a tie?
No. Universe 7 could win if Jiren kills somebody.
So you don't think it's going to come down as easy as more numbers?
No. I don't think it's going to be that.
That would be too easy. Yeah.
I think Jiren... I mean, I've talked about it before, the Jiren Goku Frieza thing at the end. Maybe it comes down to the three of them.
And he kills Frieza.
And he kills Goku.
Oh.
And he's disqualified and Frieza wins the Super Dragon Balls.
No, I'm out.
I could see that happening.
Oh, I think, if anything, he kills Frieza. Because he gets so enraged by Frieza. But again, we only have 8 minutes for this shit to figure it out. And we already know that one episode's going to be a more Topo fight. So, I don't know. It's cool because it's anyone's game. And we finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, and again, I think what is really exciting to me is the fact that we do not know what's coming next.
We've got no idea what happens after this tournament.
There has been zero discussion.
This is going to run until March. What's Dragon Ball in April going to look like?
A nap.
Nappa.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yo, right? How in the fuck
Nappa.
have we not had a resurrection of Nappa?
Forget Ultimate Android 17. Ultimate Nappa. He grows his hair back.
Yo, like they make like a Nappa in hell, and then like a carbon copy Nappa on Earth,
Super Saiyan God Nappa,
and then they freeze.
And maybe they'll finally have an episode that is considerate to Gotenks, because face it, Dragon Ball Super has not been nice to Gotenks.
Every time Gotenks shows up in Super so far, he just gets his ass whooped.
Yeah,
every single time.
When he fought Jello Vegeta.
Yeah,
beaten.
Did you watch that one this week?
I haven't watched a single English episode.
Yo,
I watched them all already.
I love your fucking attitude, Brandon.
Why do I need to see it again?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for
I
that.
wanted to watch that one so bad. I'm waiting for it for weeks.
Yeah, it came out this weekend.
What, Jello Vegeta?
Yeah, Sabbath was tweeting out shit this week, like a clip of it. And it's really cool. I watched, it was like a 2-minute clip maybe. And it's cool to hear the two Vegeta voices go at one another. Because the clip that I watched, Sabbath starts it. And then it's the other guy, Brian Hammond, I think his name is.
Sounds about right.
Crucify me, Dragon Ball World. To hear his Vegeta come in as a response, I'm like, holy shit, it's 1996.
1996.
This is what Vegeta sounded like when I was 7. So it's cool to have that part of it. I did have something interesting come into the inbox at like 4:30 this morning. A listener by the name of Mark. He's down in Virginia.
Hi, Mark.
Mark! He actually messaged me a couple of weeks ago. And he was like, what's up? He found the show like just before Christmas.
Nice.
And I guess went back and listened to a bunch of the episodes and was like, yo, I really like your show. And, you know, we started chit-chatting about Dragon Ball shit, whatever. And I was last week I talked to him. He sent me a link to a post in a group this morning. And I thought it was interesting. I mean, what sucks about those Dragon Ball groups, and if you're listening to this podcast, I'm going to imagine you're probably in these groups that I'm talking about. What sucks about those groups is a couple of things. A, people's general spelling and writing ability. And I realize that a lot of you are trying to type in English as a second language, so I can respect your effort to do that, because I most definitely could never type in another language, anything ever. So I respect it. You're trying to communicate and trying to be... But it doesn't fucking excuse the stupidity of some of the questions y'all fucking pose. So if you're going to go through the fucking trouble of making one of those posts where you're posting in English to be able to communicate with as many fans as possible, I respect it. If you're going to go through the trouble, though, make sure it's a decent fucking question. I digress. Mark sent me a post... from one of these groups. So the group is let me see here. Dragon Ball Super every episode.
That's
I only
the
know
name
that
of the Facebook group.
Yeah. I only know that group because shout out Commies Lookout, Billy Addison. He posts like ads in this group. You know, like, hey, Billy shared a post to join our group in your group. So I don't really visit this group at all. But there was this thing with this interesting, weird 3D claymation kind of, I don't know what the fuck this is. This art is weird as hell. But it says, Jiren the Gray, the origins. Okay. In Chinese, Jiren means several people. And according to the theory, Jiren is not just a single person, but actually fusion of several people. There are numerous ways of fusion in Dragon Ball world. I'm reading this verbatim. I'm not going to dress up the fucking grammar. You're welcome. Jiren is said to be the one who has surpassed his god of destruction and may be the strongest mortal in whole multiverse. Even God's power didn't have much effect on him. Plenty of theories regarding his power, but none of them are able to convince the community. But few days ago, a new theory emerged, which looks too much appealing. When Jiren first reveals his powers, Beerus said, and I quote, "Is this just a power of just one being?" This certainly is an interview choice of words. I think he meant interesting. Given that Jiren might actually be a fusion of multiple people. Perhaps Jiren is a guy who has fused with every being of his race to some reasons, and now Jiren wants to use Super Dragon Balls to wish their life back. Your thought about this can leave in the comment. Your thought about this can leave in the comment. So,
Namekians did it.
Namekians did it.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
I think it's interesting because Jiren, we Googled it, which is, you know, about as close as you can get to fact checking, in my fucking opinion, in my lazy ass opinion. Jiren in Chinese does mean several people. In Japanese, if you're wondering, it's a word that means stove, like a stovetop, like an oven.
Ooh, we could take that in a whole new world. Because, you know, all of the Saiyans are named after, like, vegetables and food, right?
Ooh, shit, son.
So Jiren's
the fucking cook, man. Jiren's cooking that shit
Jiren
up.
cooks kakarot.
Yo, he's about to cook some fucking roast carrots and vegetables.
Motherfuckers.
He already fucked up.
See,
He already burned kale.
I can topo whoever made this brilliant comment in seconds.
That's the other fucking untenable part about these goddamn groups is, I mean, not that's definitely not the shittiest theory I've heard. It's totally a rehash. Namekians did it. Yeah. A lot of the theories in there, though, are just like, I can't even give you a good example because my brain can't shrink down to that level. But it's mostly just stuff that ignores things that have been discussed openly, confirmed, and are factual within Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you watch the show a little bit more closely, or were able to retain any level of detail.
That Namekian fusion wasn't even like a subtle thing. That was pretty like, this is what I did. I took all the strongest warriors on my Namek and fused with all of them.
Imagine
the end.
Jiren's like, I took all of the warriors of my planet, and my warriors are stronger than the Namekians.
Yeah.
And now we're really strong. We just used the fucking idea.
Now we really cool.
Mark, we love you all the same for sending in that theory. It's definitely not one of the worst ones I've heard, but I just, I think it could be, considered a rehash of something that we did like 10 episodes ago. Not even. Like 5 episodes ago. So probably not. Coming up next week, full body power and mind, spirit power body. Who cares? I don't fucking know what the name of the episode next week is. I just know that Goku and Vegeta are going to be going at Jiren together. What the fuck was that?
The Chinese are invading!
Ah!
What was that?
So we got this Bluetooth speaker in the kitchen.
That's hot.
That my aunt won at like a lobster roll or something. I don't know what the fuck a lobster.
That's a sandwich, Kyle. That's not a contest. Maybe a wrap.
That was a turkey roll that I'm thinking of, right? That's something that people do.
Okay, that's not.
But it was the equivalent of a turkey roll, but with lobsters. But not quite a lobster roll, because how are you going to roll lobsters?
Now I want a lobster roll.
I want lobster rolls too.
Oh, my God, buttery bread.
Somebody home?
I guess so. Unless the neighbors are connecting to our Bluetooth devices.
That's weird.
It stopped. I think the neighbors connected to the Bluetooth device. They changed the song.
So some people think
They're
that
playing Footloose now.
some people think that
What
Cookie
is going
Cat
on?
is Steven's
Steven,
Krillin.
Come on.
Huh?
Sorry, just had to make sure I had everything. I've been largely really appreciative
This is a new episode.
put together for him.
What is going on here?
We're trying to finish the fucking podcast.
This is the strangest episode ever.
This is the weirdest
weird.
episode
What's
of Dragon
happening?
Ball
The
I
neighbors
ever
access
seen.
the Bluetooth speaker. You're just
this
bringing
is
up
weird.
random episodes of Steven Universe. How do we fix? How do we get this off, dude? What do we do?
We stand up and go see if there's anybody in the kitchen, I guess.
Is somebody home? Who's fucking playing on the Bluetooth, dude?
What is going on?
Yo, all right. Alexa's not even plugged in. Dude.
I got the chills right now, Kyle.
Oh my god.
Freaking out, man.
What is wrong?
All right. We gotta talk about this. This is a whole new fucking segment.
What is
Okay?
going
Ghosts!
on?
All right, listen. So we thought that the Alexa started the Bluetooth speaker, right? Because the Alexa does pair with the Bluetooth speaker in the kitchen.
Really?
The weird lobster roll winning speaker that is like super cheap. It's like this big tower thing, but like it's so obviously cheaply manufactured, like from I don't know, fucking Taiwan. I don't fucking know. Whatever. We have this thing, and every time we click into the Bluetooth on it, it's like the Bluetooth device is connected successfully, and we're gonna record it. We have to record it now because I can't use that. So oh my god, this is so weird. So the Alexa is paired with it.
Yeah.
So we just walked out into the kitchen
To stop the music.
to stop the music. I'm thinking maybe like the neighbor next door accidentally connected to the speaker.
Yeah.
With
How
their
big
phone.
is the range?
I don't know. Bluetooth range is a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Like we put on the Bluetooth thing here, and like we get devices that I don't think are in the house. Like they're across the street, next house over, whatever. I'm thinking that maybe the neighbor connected to that fucking device.
All right, so I say, Alexa, stop. And
It's back on.
it stops. And then I look at the Alexa, and it's not even fucking plugged in.
The Alexa's not plugged in
And
at
now
all.
it's playing again.
And now it's fucking playing again.
I bet Amber's
insane.
downstairs fucking with us. Is anybody?
She outside?
Nope, nobody's here.
Nobody's
went out.
fucking here?
The truck's here, but no, so they took Carl's.
They took Carlin's car. Yeah.
You're fucking with us, alright?
Is that Footloose?
Are you doing this?
No.
Brandon, we will shit in your fucking nicely wooled hat.
No, I'm on Facebook.
Playing Footloose out here.
What the fuck is happening?
No. That's weird.
It stopped again.
I'm gonna turn the thing off.
Turn the fucking thing off. Throw it out the goddamn window. Fucking let's run it over with your truck in the street.
Oh,
Now
no,
it's
not
fucking
that.
Smash Mouth, dude.
This is crazy.
Dude. What is happening?
Freak me out, man. Freak me out.
Did you turn it off? Did you unplug it?
I flipped the switch in the back of the thing.
Somebody wants to.
Like, even if it was the neighbor who accidentally synced up to the fucking speaker.
Who listens to Smash Mouth after Footloose?
Right?
But you would think that they would stop the music after a couple of minutes, right? They'd be like, "Oh, my speaker's not playing anything," and I connected to the wrong speaker, and then they stop. No, we just heard 3 different fucking songs in a row.
It's insane.
I'm flipped out. I don't know how to
man.
finish the episode now. Is it because we were talking shit about Jiren the Grey?
No, because
Chinese, because we're talking shit about the Chinese.
You were talking
Oh my
about.
God, Mike! It's because we're talking shit about the Chinese.
You were talking about Johnny Tsunami, and you pissed him off.
Oh my God, yo, Johnny Tsunami's grandfather is Shang Tsung.
That was a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was done by Fastball.
Only you would consider that to be a strength of a movie.
That was awesome.